Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Wednesday, September 6, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Milwaukee Brewers vs Pittsburgh Pirates. Take the Brewers. And here is why. After losing 2 games in a row where they scored 2 runs in each, the Brewers bested that in their 7-3 Game 2 win. The team had 7 hits and 5 players had an RBI, and they scored 6 runs in the 5th inning. On the season, Milwaukee ranks 8th in the majors in team ERA and 19th in runs scored. Christian Yelich, .274 17 HR 70 RBI, leads the club in RBI and has 2 over the last 6 games. William Contreras, .280 15 HR 66 RBI, leads the team in batting average and had 6 hits in 4 games before going hitless in the last one. On the season, the Brew Crew have won 7 of 11 games facing the Pirates and are 37-33 on the road. Freddie Peralta, 11-8 3.85 ERA 1.14 WHIP, gets the nod for the series finale, and he was solid in his last start, giving up 1 run on only 2 hits in 6 innings in a 7-5 home win over the Philadelphia Phillies. The Brewers have won his last 7 starts where he gave up more than 2 runs once and over 1 run only twice. Peralta's lone start against the Bucks was on the road on July 1st, where he gave up 3 runs in 5 1/3 innings in a Milwaukee loss. The Brewers finally got some runs in their last game after dropping 2 in a row where they only scored 2 runs in this game. They will get some runs in this game facing Selby, who has an ERA close to 6.00 and was not sharp in his last appearance. He will not go long, mainly used as a reliever this season, and hand the ball to a Pittsburgh bullpen that ranks in the middle of the pack in terms of bullpen ERA. Peralta has been pitching well as of late, and the Brewers have won his last 7 starts where he gave up more than 2 runs only once. Look for that trend to continue, as he will have a good outing leading the Brew Crew to a win in this finale. Our total pick is: take the under 8.5 runs. The total for Game 1 of this series went under, while Game 2 went over, and I am leaning towards the under in this game. Neither team has a potent lineup, with the Bucks ranking 24th in baseball in runs scored, while the Brewers rank 19th. Peralta takes the hill for Milwaukee, and he has pitched well as of late, and in his last 7 starts, he gave up more than 2 runs, only once giving up 3 runs. Look for him to have another strong outing in this game. Selby and the Pirates bullpen will give up some runs, but do not look for them to light it up at the dish. Peralta's solid outing in the main reason the under is the pick for Game 3 of this division series. Minnesota Twins vs Cleveland Guardians. Minnesota Twins money line. And here is why. Minnesota enters this game ranked 1st in the AL Central and having won the first 2 games of their current 3-game series on the road against the Guardians. In their most recent 8-3 win, Sonny Gray got the start for the Twins, throwing 6 innings and allowing 6 hits that resulted in 3 runs, while striking out 4 and walking 2. From then on, it was a bullpen game for the Twins, which held the Guardians scoreless for the remainder of the game. On the offensive end, the Twins totaled 11 hits and 8 runs in the game. Donovan Solano, Christian Vasquez, and Willie Castro had multi-hit games, with Vasquez having the team's only home run on the night. Overall, it was a solid win as both the offense and defense performed well in this one. The Twins give right-hander Joe Ryan the start for Game 3 in hopes of securing the sweep and 3 straight wins for the squad. Ryan has had a decent year so far, posting a 10-8 record along with a 4.20 ERA and a 1.12 WHIP in those outings. His most recent start came against the Rangers, in which he threw 6 innings and allowed 3 hits that resulted in only 1 run, while striking out 7 with no walks. I would expect a slightly worse performance from Ryan in his upcoming start, as his performance realigns with his numbers on the season. The batting lineup for the Twins has been scorching hot as of late, with the Twins now being 7 games over 500. Carlos Correa leads the team in a majority of categories, including hits, RBIs, average, and OBP, with 111 hits, 62 RBIs, and a .231.312 399/line in his also team-leading 481 at-bats. Max Kepler then leads the team with 21 home runs, while slashing .251.320.477 thus far. Donovan Solano and Byron Buxton have also performed well, but the Twins need to see more consistent production from their hitters in order to win more games moving forward. Taking the Twins to win this game for a couple of reasons. Minnesota has dominated in the first 2 games of the series, and the Guardians have shown no signs of changing that. The Twins have the edge on the bump, with Joe Ryan facing off against Gavin Williams, with Ryan throwing 6 innings and allowing 1 run in his past outings, while Williams threw 4.1 innings and allowed 8 runs in his. Past the starting pitching matchup, the Guardians' bullpen has shown their faults this series, while the Twins' bullpen has remained intact. There is no doubt the Twins have had more success at the plate as of late, and I expect that to continue in this game. In terms of trends, the Twins have won 4 of their past 5 games, while Cleveland has lost their past 3 straight. In addition, when these teams have faced off in the past, the Twins have won 3 of their past 5 matchups overall, making me all the more confident in taking the Twins to win this game. Our total pick is over 8 runs. And here is why. Taking the over in this game for a couple of reasons. While the line opened up at 8.5 and has since moved down to 8, I believe there could be a bit of reverse line movement in play. The first 2 games of this series have seen high-scoring games, and the pitching matchup for Game 3 should enable another. Joe Ryan has a 4.20 ERA on the season, while Gavin Williams has a 3.46 ERA himself. Both bullpens have given up their fair share of runs this series, more so the Guardians than the Twins. Game simulations from the website Ballpark Pal have the implied run total for this game at 10.09, with the Twins scoring 5.01 and the Guardians scoring 5.08. While these are only simulations, them being an entire 2 points higher than the given total is typically a good indicator for the over. In terms of trends, the Twins have gone over or pushed in 7 of their past 10 games, while the Guardians have gone over in 3 of their past 5 games. For these reasons, I am confident in taking the over for this matchup. San Francisco Giants vs Chicago Cubs. Take Chicago money line. And here is why. The Cubs got on the board early when Seiya Suzuki got off a solo shot. It wasn't until the 7th inning when Chicago got back in the run column, and it was Suzuki again who drove a run home off a double. With 6 total team hits, Suzuki and Yan Gomez were the only players to log multiple successes. Justin Steele got the start, and over 8 innings, he allowed just 2 hits while striking out 12. LHP Jordan Wicks is slated to take the mound for what will be his first home start of the season. Wicks enters this game after playing much of the season in the minors. In his 2 starts this season, Wicks hits .20 and holds an ERA of 1.80. His last daytime start featured him hurling for 5 innings and giving up 1 run. While he struck out 3 batters in that span, foes did connect on .263 of their chances at the plate. His strength in the minors was his ability to limit the long ball, and he seems to have carried that into the majors, as he's allowed just 1 over 10 innings. Along with a low home run rate, Wicks has generated a high strikeout rate, as he posted no fewer than 10 Ks per 9 innings pitched in AA, and retired over 8 batters per 9 innings, while tossing in AAA. Chicago enters this contest with a run differential of +92, which puts them at 8th in the league. The Cubs have managed to climb inside the top half of the league in overall batting, and they have been able to hit the ball even better at home. While the Cubs have hit the ball better, the home runs haven't been as prevalent at home. This trend has continued during daytime games, and the Cubs are also posting their weakest batting average during the day. The offense hit pretty on par with their season average during the course of August, but they finished the month with a high in total home runs hit, which propelled the offense to over 5.5 runs per game, which stands nearly a half run higher than their season average. They'll look to continue that trend here. The Cubs are 7-3 in their last 10, and Wicks, even with his inexperience, he has tossed well this season and carries with him a high strikeout rate to go with a low home run rate. The Giants' bullpen has been serviceable, but they continue to allow hits, and the Cubs have hit the ball better at home and are coming off a monthly high in home runs, while the Giants finished August with their lowest monthly batting average. Take the Cubs at home. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs. And here is why. Both of these squads have struggled during the day, and the high strikeout rate from the Giants gives pause to their offensive success, as Wicks has demonstrated high strikeout pitching. The Giants have the propensity to hit for singles when they are getting hits and have scored only 1 run in their last 3 contests. The Cubs haven't been as heavy-handed with the bats during daytime games, as they post their softest batting average. Look for this total to stay under the number.